Okay, so today we're going to be playing with the red one. And check this out. My cuticles are actually healing up pretty well. Over here we actually have a bit of polish in it. In this one. Yeah. So see what I mean? Like, I'm actually pretty good not getting polish all over my skin and cuticles. That's the extent of it. Is this one finger end up getting polish on the cuticle. Unfortunately, my thumb is the eczema is kind of flaring up on it. But before I post my, pictures or, those videos, I usually clean up if I have messed up, and I cuticle my cuticle. I use cuticle oil on my cuticle. Sorry, I can't talk today for some reason. But, I'll clean it up. I'm not, I do my best to make the presentation pretty. But don't expect high quality, especially since I'm doing this stuff on my right hand. I haven't become fully ambidextrous yet. I'm still a righty. But I have been getting a lot, hold on, let me zoom out, a lot better. Oh my gosh, so I'm trying to also pre-record a bunch of stuff. We're finally getting to play with the red one, and hopefully this gives the impression of that bloody look that I'm kind of looking for now that Halloween is around the corner. So I've been pre-recording a lot of stuff because my dad fell and broke his hip, ended up in the hospital. Now he's in a secondary facility, and the other day he fell again. Oh my gosh, it was so stressful. We thought he might have refractured it, but nothing broke. It was a stressful day and a half, though, because it happened in the middle of the night. There were no doctors in the emergency room. He had to spend, the whole night in the emergency room. Finally, in the morning, they got to him, and he ended up getting sent back to the facility that he's in for rehab. But it was stressful for the entire family. Alright, this isn't as red as I thought it would be. It's kind of more like a red-orange. That's okay. We're going to keep going with it. I still think it will make a cool, bloody effect. So I have an idea, and I'm going to end up posting what I'm talking about. So the movie Friday the 13th, right? Maybe if you're not into horror movies, you don't. So there's the crazed killer Jason, right? He wears a hockey mask and he goes around with a machete. At least I remember there being a machete. But from internet pictures, I see axes and spears and things like that. So I think with all the different sequels, they kind of changed it. But from when I was growing up, I only remember him using a machete. So I thought it would be kind of cool, because when I was younger and people would get their nails done, it was $2 a design. So they would only get this one finger with a design on it, right? I thought it would be cool after I do the official swatch video for this color. I'll wash this finger off, paint it black, do the hockey mask on it, and then on this one we can do a mini machete, and it would be a Halloween look. Now I don't know how well it's gonna come out, since like I said, this is my I'm working with my non-dominant hand, but I think it would probably come out pretty cool regardless. Yeah. don't know how I feel about this one compared to the other ones. Other ones seem to like show up better, I think. Oh, that's another thing. I like there's kind of like a finesse to these guys, because like you want the nail to kind of get tacky again, to where you're kind of like almost lifting the polish again and mixing it in with the polish that's already there. And sometimes it'll get on the brush like that, and I don't want to contaminate the product, so I'll like wipe it off. I'll wipe off the white polish or whatever color polish you're using. But yeah. And forgive me if I'm not in frame. I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as TikTok or social media. I'm just having fun, like talking. Like, my favorite part isn't necessarily uploading videos. My favorite part is talking to people that like the same stuff and like commenting back and forth and making suggestions on like products that we like, or seeing different polishes swatched, because I keep getting duped with online swatches, okay? And I like watching people on here that swatch nail polish so that I don't keep getting duped, because they make it look like a pearlescent polish, but it's not. It's always a glitter. And I'll show you what I'm talking about with one of them. I mean, it's a gorgeous color. Don't get me wrong, this is beautiful. But it's not pearlescent, it's glitter. Same, like, this is glitter. And the swatches didn't look like glitter. They looked pearlescent. They looked like guanine polishes. And yes, I'm a fan of guanine. I know it's not, cruelty-free. It's made from fish scales. I get that. But we still have sushi restaurants, don't we? People still eat fish. People's cats still eat cat food, which contains fish. You might as well use the scales to make nice nail polish and make me happy. I think it's a waste of that fish's life if all they're used for is food. But I mean, it's okay to have an opposite opinion too. Like, if you're vegan and things like that, good for you. I'm not. But if you feel that strongly and that's your thing, I admire that. I'm not knocking it. I'm just being logical with my way of thinking. And my way of thinking is people still consume these animals, and they're not going to stop. Not a 100% plant-based diet is not for everyone. Because the reality of it is that we are omnivores. I think I messed up the brush. It's like stuck to the top. Oopsies. And not everybody can tolerate that diet. I actually have had I have a relative that couldn't tolerate it. They became very deficient in certain proteins and vitamins, and they actually had to incorporate fish into their diet. they couldn't be 100% vegan. So it also depends on the person. Okay, that looks kind of cool. So, yeah. I guess my point is, like, I'm not trying to knock you for it, so don't knock me for not being it. You know what I mean? I think we get too much of that, and like, there's too much of, you have to do it, it's my way or the highway. You can't have a happy medium. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think, like, there's a way to be able to get along and let people do their thing despite it being completely different from what you do. As long as, like, someone else's actions aren't personally affecting you and your life, leave them alone. You know? So, yeah. I kind of wish this was more red, but it's coming out kind of salmon. Oh my god. That's so funny considering I was talking about guanine. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah, that was not planned. No, but I'm pretty sure guanine's not made out of salmon. I think it's made from herring scales and rainbow fish. But for the most part, I think it's made from herring. I don't really have to worry about this one because this is the one that I'm going to be wiping off. And I think I got a little hair in my pinky. Darn kitties. Their fur is everywhere. No matter how much you vacuum. Love them to death. But yeah, my cats eat fish. So that's part of the reason I'm pro guanine. I'm not really a big fish or meat eater. I'll eat it occasionally, but I kind of don't like it. And it's not for, you know, moral reasons. I just naturally don't care for meat or fish. But I really have to be in the mood for a cheeseburger if I'm going to get a cheeseburger. It's a rare occurrence. But my cats still eat fish, so nail polish can have guanine in it. Right? That's logical. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm talking to myself about guanine again. But yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna clean up whatever kind of like soaked over onto my skin. Do like the official swatch video for the red. Then I'll clean off this one. Do the little Jason mask. Try to do a machete on this one. Post those pics. Maybe do like a little video talking about it. And then I think what I'll do is I'll redo these two nails just the plain red like this, and then try to add purple to it and see how the tie-dye effect looks between this red and purple. Because I know the green came out muddy, but that's to be expected since red and green are, you know, opposites on the color wheel. Not everybody's familiar with the color wheel, I know, and I think you have to be like an artsy-fartsy person like me, like I lived in the art department, to know about that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're confused as to what might make colors muddy, it's when the color is opposite on the color wheel. They'll make brown for the most part. and then it kind of comes out bleh. You know what I mean? All right. I think I've ranted a little bit too much today about guanine and eating fish and really stupid stuff, and thanks for listening. The fact that you're following me and listening to these weird rants of me talking to myself about discontinued nail polish pigments is awesome. You guys are great. Thumbs up. And then, like, you know, for the few people that haven't been too nice to me, if my videos annoy you, I'm glad. That's all that counts. And if not, consider a follow. Okay, bye.